Hello and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 Legacies. Last episode we took over the earldom of Norfolk as Osric after his father was killed in the Norman conquest. In that time we've successfully brought the barony of Cambridge under our control and had two wonderful children, Agatha and Balthier. The erstwhile lineage Balthier, sadly, has inherited Osric's delicate nature. But as the Earl has proven, because he is delicate does not mean he is not capable. His mind is a sharper weapon than any blade. I see no point in delaying, so let's continue. Our liege, Prince Richard, is still alive, however he is quite ill. I assume we still have our allies, yes. Ulster and Dublin, just in case another war breaks out between them. So just a little survey. It would appear one of the last Vikings on the British Isles, Gudrud Haraldsson, is imprisoned by whom? The Earl of Westmoreland. An Earl. And Scotland may soon be unified under the banner of Connacht. That could have been a useful alliance. I think we have Dublin and Ulster. Both powerful alliances. There's some graphical glitches going on, I don't know why. Suleiman. You are Abad's son. Oh, okay. Abad, of course, was the Muslim diplomat who fled persecution and who Osric allowed to stay in the realm. And he now serves our wonderful Earl. So the next goal for us will be to, well, seize control of the barony of Suffolk. And then we'll be able to form the duchy. Oh, the Chancellor of East Anglia. Right. This could potentially be a good chance to fabricate a hook on the prince, which in the meantime would forbid him from retracting my title. Oh, my countess is pregnant. And Chancellor Abad could use a tutor. Hopefully, a daughter. Another son would likely cause a crisis. I'm under arrest for crimes against the crown. Right, well, I could never accept such terms. And I'm afraid your allies are inferior to my own. Ah, good, another daughter. Another alliance that can be sealed. Actually, let's hurry up and get another alliance on the table. Oh. It's quite disheartening. Perhaps another English earldom. Might be beneficial. You have too many existing alliances. Ah, well. I don't even need to win the fight as long as I win the siege. Just, where are his various allies? So, his allies overpower me. Ah, there we go. No longer are we overpowered. And a claim on East Anglia, however, it's a very expensive claim. And now, with this contract, I can protect myself from title revocation. I thought I'd hook on him. Right, well that's not great. Right, I suppose it's just about time to, wait for my money to go back up. Oh, once again, you will name me the Chancellor of East Anglia. Oh. You're a different man. I didn't even realise. Oh, okay, so I think my war might have deposed him. And he killed a Carling. I assume distantly related to the old Carlings. Charlemagne, etc. Whose lover secret? Your lover is an unmarried woman. Not a day goes by without some new inconsequential matter being brought to my attention in court. Today it seems like it is Mayor Domwell's and Reeve Oswine's turn to waste my time with a petty dispute. The more I listen to their reasons, the more I am convinced their entire hearing is beneath my concern. I would gain stress. I think he understands court politics. Now, who do I want to favour on most? You. Difficult times ahead for the earldom of Norfolk. No. I will hire a group of discreet agents. No, my perspective alone is enough. After all, it was I who understood the foolishness of supporting the king. Richard de Bricassette. Didn't, one of your family was killed, I recall, by someone. We need those resources for the troops. If one small village in Cambridgeshire has to starve, the heated argument between my councillors followed me out of the room, and Richard, the representative from Cambridgeshire, greets me with tired eyes as I approach. I don't need increased levies. Yes, additional taxes are far superior. And they got unused farmland anyway. And there's lacklustre administration. The army is slowly wilting away, unfortunately. Oh, my lord. As I retreat to my chambers for the night, I stumble upon one of my guests flawed in the innermost sanctum. How did he get in here? It's not what it looks like, my lord, he claims. The fact that he's half naked in the process of bodily defiling my gilded scriptures tells me that it is, in fact, exactly what it looks like. No. Clearly a foolish man. However, he is a noble. So I will attempt to blackmail him. Good. Footsteps echoing down dark hallways, misplaced papers in my study, a shadow seen from the corner of my eye. You think someone is following you, and my wife Countess Flan seems to mull it over before nodding to herself. I have noticed some suspicious things in the castle recently. I need to get to the bottom of this. It's my duty to inform you that irrefutable evidence has been unveiled proving that your marriage with Countess Flan is consanguineous in nature. This information will stay between us if you end this unholy union at once. He's arguing that it's incestuous. Well, no, I'm afraid it isn't. Hidden in one of the more desolate hallways, one that leads to the most private chambers, as well as the castle gardens, I wait and I watch. Was it foolish to come here? Maybe if I... Footsteps moving quietly down the hallway. A figure emerging from the shadows. What is Earldom doing here? I will follow him. I managed to follow him without a sound. Here he's down one hollow after another, and after a couple of minutes he steps right past my chambers and out into the castle gardens. Well, it is a lovely night. Osric is getting on in years now. Your vassal Mayor Domwell has insulted me gravely. He had the audacity to name me a rattling curl in front of my court. I demand satisfaction. He must plead for your forgiveness. Again, he understands how the political game is played. Osric is not in the habit of offending, well, I assume the Prince of Wales. Oh yes, no, he is the ruler of Gwinnett. Ah, I offer Fath my sincere thanks as he stares angrily at me through a haze of alchemy. It was not easy to find someone to volunteer to test my collection of substances. For him it has been an evening of pain, burning sensations, and occasional unconsciousness. This has been most insightful. Now, we are officially a schemer. Truly a string puller. Now it is time to get an alliance. The Duchy of Flanders. A very good alliance. Ah, my daughter has become an adequate bargainer. That will serve her well. 1,000 men? So how many men? Oh, it's 2 men. Oh, you have an alliance to Flanders as well. Who is your heir? A man with no allies. William de Normandy, grandson of King William. Unfortunately, I'm afraid, I cannot extend my ambitions if you stand in my way. Which means you must die. And your son, with no allies, will give East Anglia to me. After our armies meet on the battlefield... Ah, Prince Robert is dead by the lethal bite of a deadly spider. The spider struck not long after he retired to his chambers, and although guards were called, no one could do a thing to save him. Wonderful. Ooh, another daughter. Unless he does have allies now. Yeah. Oh no. Oh. I've never felt so saved by my allies. And suddenly... Sorry about that. Suddenly, 22 years after the rule of Osric began, he is now the Duke of East Anglia. Now he must choose his new council. He cannot replace the suffragan bishop. Abad is indeed brilliant. His son will be our steward. The new Marshal. Right. The fact that you don't like me is concerning. Now we have much to be getting on with. I'm the new head of Anglo-Saxon culture. who was the former head, Worcester of Hertfordshire, Herefordshire. I believe I shall soon sit on the Council of England. Sorry about the small cut there, we are back. Having just brought the Duchy of East Anglia under our sole control, we are now Duke Osric. In, a very short amount of time we have become formidable. And our son, why have you got a learning education? Our son is becoming a talented diplomat. Your prisoner. Of course you can pay me for to be released. It's all boding well. Another daughter, Sigrid. Many children. Many good marriages to be had, hopefully. So you're now over there with him. You won't inherit anything, though. Which is a shame. You, however, are not destined to be married to anyone. Don't suppose we could get a British noble family? Would appear not. Then you might as well marry Milada Primsulid, who is a count. Well, whose dynasty head is the King of Bohemia. A more than worthy marriage. Oh, Alba has now absorbed the Isles. And Ulster. Oh, that's bad. That's one of our alliances gone, I believe. Right. Ah, and there he is. Oh. Okay. It's not a brilliant marriage. But we'll make do. Of course, I'm not happy about that. Oh. Right, you are far more powerful than me. That's quite concerning, actually. Right. Well, now that we have successfully reformed the title, I believe it's time to call this episode here and resume next time. I could do well getting in a little marriage with this family, to be honest. Right, anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time in Crusader Kings Legacies.